Ladies and gentlemen, what they're asking us to go ahead and do is just write the equation of our hyperbola. So again, the main important thing, guys, is when we're talking about things, the first thing I tell you to do is plot the information. So first of all, you guys should know if we have foci, or foci are at 0 plus or minus 15, that's creating 2 points, 0, 15, and 0, negative 15. So let's plot those points. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Does everybody follow me with my 2 foci? Does everybody understand? Now, what's important, just by plotting that information, I now have identified my transverse axis, because I know that the foci, the center, and the vertices all lie on my transverse axis. Correct? So that is my transverse axis. The other thing that I know is, remember, the center is on the transverse axis, as I said. Remember that the center is the midpoint between your 2 foci. It's also the midpoint between your 2 vertices. So if I have a foci that's down 15, or 0, 15, and 0, negative 15, another one that's 0, positive 15, I can identify that the center is going to be at 0, 0. Now, the only thing I need to do is identify the vertices. Well, the vertices, the transversal length is 8. And what that length means is from vertice to vertice is 8. But remember, the distance from the center to one vertice would be a. So that would be half of that. So if I know that from distance from one vertice to the other vertice is 8, that means half of that distance would be 4. So I could say this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. OK? And they're just asking for writing the equation, right? Yeah. OK. So now I can identify A is equal to 4. C is equal to 15. I know the center is 0, 0. The only thing I need to figure out is B, though, right? So remember, the relationship between a squared, b squared, and c squared is c squared equals a squared plus b squared. 15 squared is 225 equals 16 plus b squared. Subtract 16. Subtract 16. 209 equals b squared. Now, I don't need to actually take the square root. I just need to figure out, I just know b squared. So the last thing we need to remember is, the equation for hyperbolas. Doesn't matter if it's a horizontal or vertical. A squared is always first, right? So when writing my equation, a squared, so if a is 4, that means a squared is 16. So it's always a squared minus b squared. Does everybody agree with me on that? Megan, does that make sense? If you're looking for b, but remember the formula says what is b squared, right? So we don't need to do the square root. Now remember, if it's vertical, that means if it's vertical, what should be over the a? Y squared. Now the center, though, is be y minus 0, which we don't need to write. So we just write y squared minus x squared. OK? Yes, no, maybe so. Hop in a jock, taggle with a toe.